Hi, Orangey. Let's see, Orange. Do we want to do a poll question? What do you think? Yeah, I guess we'll do a poll question there, Orange. Oh, Tang. Who's a good Tang? You know, Tang, it's just you. Just you and me in this room here, honey. You want Mr. Mousy? Or Mr. Kitty? You got no arms or legs, though, honey. Are you sad about it, Mr. Orange? You get a sad day in Orangey's life. Is that a big meow, buddy? That was a big meow. Hello there, Pupper Cat and Quads. How you doing? You have a good weekend? You have a good day off yesterday, depending on where you live? Yes, Orangey does have a gunky eye still. We're doing good, Pupper. We're doing good. Orangey's doing good here, even though he's got a little... We're trying to get this eye to heal up because it got scratched. I know that eye there, huh, Tang? Hey, buddy. Hello there, Elizabeth. Hello there, Lavender. Elizabeth, I feel like I'm on the mend. Yes. Tang, hopefully, we'll find out on Friday if he is officially on the mend. Sometimes it looks better. Sometimes it looks worse with that eye, especially the gunkiness of it. We'll have to clean it out here when this live is over again. We had two of our tuxedos, unfortunately, fighting a little bit earlier tonight with Tiny and Yoda. Yoda was just going after Tiny for some reason. And Tiny was not happy about it. Not happy about it at all. Jessie, your kitty doesn't like to cuddle like she used to. Is your kitty older now, Jessie? Oh, she's only 5? Huh. Weird. Pupper Cat, the poll thing of if your cats cuddle, one of your cats were on top of me cuddling. Very ironic there, Pupper Cat. Hello there, Sydney Cat. Hope you're doing well. Hope life has been going good. Hope you had a good weekend and a Monday off, hopefully. Oh, hi, Tang. Jesse, you think you rolled on her while sleeping? Well, that doesn't sound good. That could make an upset kitty. How long ago did that happen, Jesse? Hasn't forgiven you since? Hello there, Bruce. Sydney Cat, you're doing good. Your mom is there. Been crazy busy, but all caught up again. Doing well. You're welcome. Hello there, Texas Repo. You got 8 kitties there, Texas. Name your 8 kitties if you want to in the chat. Name them in the chat. Lavender, Some kids in your school turned into rabid animals and started fighting at each other. Those kids need etiquette classes. I didn't see the fight, but I sure did see the tomato juice on the floor, huh? Yeah, Lavender, I'm sorry to hear that. I've had some fights I had to break up myself. Not today, but schools are very interesting places. Very interesting indeed. Jesse, it happened a while ago. Gotcha, gotcha. I would challenge anybody, if you ever want to do a very challenging career, go try and work in a public school system. It is quite the event. Pupper Cat, you gave two of your kitties bath to get rid of their fleas. They did not like that water at all. I'm sure they did not. Did you use like Dawn dish soap, Pupper Cat, or did you use like a flea medication kind of shampoo? Jesse, you move around a lot when you're like sleeping. Jesse, Bruce, you took today off. Tomorrow was a new show. Okay, all right. Pupper Cat, you used the flea shampoo. Okay, so Texas Repo, you got Kirby, you got Miss Kitty, you got Baby, Mila May, Ella May, Uggy, Molly, and Jellybean. Awesome. It's quite the group you got there. We also have a baby, Texas Repo, and we used to have a kitty named Kitty. Jesse, even awake, you can't stay still. Okay, you just like to move. Oh, I know what is it, Tang. Is it gonna get you from above? Doop, 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 doop. Did y'all know that there was a cat that went up in space at one point in time? A space kitty? Boop. Bruce, you had a video short that had over 100 views today. Awesome. Good to hear. Glad to hear the growth. Hello there, Richard Banger. How are you doing? How is the little kitty? Oop, are you stuck, Tang? Can you unstick yourself? Yep, there you go. Lavender, your cat has a lazy ear. You worried about him? Not sure what happened. Indoor-outdoor kitty. So I'm not sure, but top of the left side is now folded over. Just keep an eye on it. Lavender, how long has that been happening? How long has that been going on? Richard, the little one is good. Awesome. Jesse, Tang is in. Yep. Just Tang is in here. Yoda was a bit of a punk earlier, so you'll see Yoda in a bit, but he's not in here. Hello there, Rima. How are things going for you? Hope you're doing well. Lavender, you noticed just yesterday? Okay, we'll just keep an eye on it over the next couple of days, see if it turns. It probably should go back to normal here in a day or two. And yes, Elizabeth, kitties definitely have some interesting facial expressions, don't they? It's quite amazing how many expressive things that they can have. Rima, doing well myself, doing well. Richard, probably heard about the one cat in your garage, that kitty. Yep, hope it comes back, hopefully. Rima, how is my school, like, working going? It's going okay, I always tell my wife, I work with a bunch of kids who don't listen and a bunch of adults who scream. So, it's a beautiful combination. Children, kids don't listen, and adults that just scream. It's wonderful. Pupper Cat, the flea shampoo didn't work, and you really feel bad, but then it's fleas because there have to be strays. Yeah, dish Dawn soap is a good one. Just normal Dawn dish soap is a good way to take care of fleas, also. And it's a little bit better than like flea medication. It's not as harmful potentially. Bruce, if we put Randy and Tang together, we wouldn't be able to tell them apart. It could be, Bruce. Could be. What are you doing, Tang? You having fun in that cube? Lavender, you just get to be nurtured to your sweet neighbors. Said that they'll do for free because they have two cats to be neutering as well. Okay. Richard, most of our cats, 7 out of the 9, are doing well. This one here, Tang, he's got a scratch in his eye. He goes back to the vet on Friday. Hopefully, it is fully healed. If not, he'll have to go to an eye specialist. Oh, and also those who have been following Yoda's, not Yoda, Zelda's journey recently. She did some poop on her own today, so hopefully she's starting to kind of get back to her norm. Hello there, Tranquil. How's it going? How's your day been today, Tranquil? Hopefully good. Jesse, suave barred cats are banned because they harm the wildlife. Oh, okay. Tranquil, thank you for congratulating on the poo poo. It's very important poo poo. She did a good number 2 earlier today. Hello, the Sierra. How you doing this afternoon, this evening, depending on where you're at? If y'all want to say hello to Sierra, feel free to. I guess Sierra's sad. Why are you sad, Sierra? Wanted to say those interested in when these when these live streams happen, like on the days, expecting maybe a week or so, I'm going to have a community post out, and we're kind of going to determine what best days are going to be for most. I'm not going to do live streams every day anymore here in about a week or two. Just it's a little too much with working and doing this. I love doing these, but I also need a little bit of a break too. They won't be every day. Sierra, your kitty died before the last day of school, first day of school. Sorry to hear that, Sierra. Tang. We can see your ear, Tang, but we can't see the rest of your body. Hi, buddy. We're going to hang with Tang for a little bit longer. Lavender, have your students ever found out about this channel? No, I don't really talk about that. I don't feel like it's the right place. I've told some of the adults, like the other teachers and so forth. But I don't think I should be telling that to students. I think that's not the right like place to do it. Pupper Cat, how many squirts of Dawn soap would you put on them during the bath? A very small amount. You only need like usually a couple little squirts. Very small amounts. And just be very careful when you do it. You could do like a squirt or two, kind of like up in the neck area, not above the neck, but the kind of the neck area, and then work your way down. Hitting the shoulders, hitting the backside, getting around underneath the arms, uh, hitting the tail area. I don't know if they tend to swarm like around the armpits usually, the tail, up around the head. That's typically where fleas like to swarm when there's a bath that's going on. You'll notice. Sierra, I hope Whiskey was a good kitty with her time with you. And, obviously our condolences there. Hello there, Chicky and Chugoo. Probably going to say that wrong. How you doing? How you doing? How are all the kitties? How is Chicky? How is Chugoo? How is, gosh, I'm trying to remember some of the other names of those kitties. I hope they're all doing well. Hope you're doing well also. Good. Awesome. Of course, if anybody has any cat-related questions, please feel free to type them in chat. As a community, we'd love to be able to help you. Just not myself. I know obviously this is my live, but I like other members, though, who have the kitty experience also to chime in and give their advice. Pupper cat, all the fleas and flea eggs are on the armpits, stomachs, or the scruffs. Okay, well that makes it easier. Definitely easier. Chicky, yes, I'm doing fine. We do have a couple of kitties that are under some medical care right now. The one you're looking at right now, Tang, somebody scratched his eye, his cornea, about a week ago. So he's been getting eye drops. So he needs to go back to the vet on Friday to make sure it's healing properly. And then our oldest chickie, Zelda, our 19-year-old, has been having a few, senior care issues. So, but hopefully she seems like she's getting back on the right track again, thankfully. Elizabeth, does anyone cats share their kitty food with their pet mice? Shoot, Elizabeth. I don't know. What do you think, Chad? Does anybody have that happen? I will say, though, Elizabeth, on my end, as far as that kind of stuff goes, every so often, our kitties, Tang in particular, will try to share his water bowls with, like, that mouse over there or some of these mice. Pupper Cat, your cat rescue is cuddling with you at the moment. Awesome. What's the kitty's name, Pupper Cat? What's the rescue's name? Sierra, do you have any other kitties at home, or was it just the one kitty? You got a couple more, but they're outside only, except for the little one, which is a boy. Okay. Lavender, kitties ever chase fleas? No. I'd say my cats do not chase flies, I mean. Yes. Sorry, I misread that, for sure. And sometimes they don't only catch it, they, they take it out and they eat it. Definitely got some fly eaters around here. Kitty or Elizabeth, your cat does. I often find a drowned mouse in the water bowl, or he puts it in the food bowl. Well, he wants to fatten the mouse up. Tranquil, your little rescue one, the little one, is obsessed with the snuggle time. Awesome. Bye, Sierra. Have a good rest of your night. Richard, also your kitty is obsessed with cuddling. Okay, we spent enough time with Tang here, so we're gonna go check on some of the other little nutballs that live in this house. So y'all want to say goodbye to Tang for now, and we're gonna go check after we lit a little bit of a foolish look here by Tang, who's now he needs to give some water to his feather toy here apparently. So there you go. Tang is looking a bit goofish. Bye, Jesse. Speaking of, feeding or giving some water to a toy, Tang needed to give some water here to his little feather toy. Said it was a little parched after that fighting. Alright. Alright, Tang. We'll see you in a bit. Hello, kitties. Hi, baby. What is it, baby? Is that the story you're telling me? Is it a true story, though? Is it true? No? Are you telling a fib? Hello there, M. Baby. Here, baby. Put on your nice little... There. Now you be a goofy little baby. I know, you don't look like you're having fun with that on there, do you? Like, this is beneath me and beneath you, human. I don't know, Tranquil. You don't, the baby sometimes fibs a little bit. Hi, you have nothing to say anymore? The cat got your tongue there, baby. You're pleading the fifth now. Hi. Are you a little Disney princess here? Alright, let's go check out some other kitties while the baby's just stunned into silence right now. She's in a timeout because she's not telling me the truth at the moment. Rima, if you're still on here, here's a little Max for you. Hi, baby. You still got it going on there? Yeah, you took it off finally. All right, Rima. Here's a little Max special for you. Oh, one eye at the moment. Baby, hi. Sierra, is the baby the youngest? No, the baby's 13. The youngest is Tiny and Tang. Tang was the orange tabby in the other room, and then Tiny I'll show in a little bit. Those are the youngest. They were both 3. Does Maxie, does he want this little scarf around him next? Oh, Maximus, I know he got a little bit of a belly rub. Hey, Zelda. Hi, baby tail. Richard, have a good one. Thanks for popping in. Have a good rest of your night. Rima, Zelda's doing better. She did her own poop tonight, or today, so she's hanging in there. Oh, learn out about Maximus in his scarf. He says, "Don't I look like a handsome boy?" Hello there, John. How's it going? How's it hanging? How was work? All that good fun stuff. How are the kitties? I think Max has got a little bit of a runny nose. I'm going to kind of zoom in that nose a little bit. Yep, you see that little bit of snot on his nose? He's got a little bit of a runny nose, it looks like. The Princess Rosemary is I always do last, so if you can either hang with us for about another 20-25 minutes, or if you just want to come back in another 20-25 minutes, Rosemary will be towards the end. Oh, Mr. Maximus. Alright, Maxie. How does it go on Max? There, Max looks like a little Disney princess now. We call him Maxina. Maxina is the king or the queen, I guess, of the, I don't know. What do y'all think, chat? The queen of the tuxedos? The queen of the space pirates? Maybe he looks like a judge or something. I'm not really sure. He doesn't look happy, actually. He looks like, why are you doing this? Because his tail is starting to get a little angry here. Sierra Max is all man. All day, all man. He's a manly Max. Except for when he's got his little, worm on. But he's very upset with me because his tail keeps on shaking. He knows that I'm embarrassing him greatly here. John, your phone's battery fried at work around noon. Wasn't fixable, so you had to buy a new one and bring all your stuff back. Okay. Yes. Rima, he does have a look of anger right now. It's kind of undescribed. Okay. All right, Maximus. All right, Max. All right, we're going to get back to Zelda in a moment. We already did this for the baby, so we're not going to do that again on her. However, let's visit Pandora. How does she look? Pandora, you always got a dirty eye. You got some boogers in your eyes there. All right. Pupper cat. Why do cats have whisker things on their chins? Whisker things on their chins? Do you mean just whiskers? Like here, pupper cat? Is this what you're talking about? Is that what you mean with whiskers? Yeah, Pandora's probably not going to let me do this with her. She's like, I'm not into this right now. You're making me a fool, and I don't want to look foolish. No, it's under their mouths, but they feel like whiskers. Huh. I don't know on that one, Pupper Cat. I mean, it's just like hair. So I'm not sure. Kit. Kit. Kitters. See, Kit doesn't really care if this is on her. She's like, yeah, okay, it's on me. No biggie to me. Kit. Yeah, Kit's not on very often. Rima. A lot of times she just hides under the bed. Papa Cat, our heaviest cat is probably Yoda or Tiny, around 16, 17 pounds or so. Something like that. Elizabeth, you just want to share your thoughtful friend John. He wants to take you out to eat dinner and sharing some fig trees with him. Awesome. I guess my wife is saying Tiny is the heaviest of the bunch. The chunkiest of the bunch. Pupper Cat, yours is Shadow. He's 19 or 18 pounds. Okay. Pupper Cat, we did have a kitty who's long passed named the little boy. And he, at his biggest, he was like a big barn cat. So he wasn't really fat. He was just had big muscles, just a big body. He was 25 pounds. So he was a big old boy. We missed that little boy. All right, let me go show some other kitties. Kit, you got your costume on. Shadow's a tuxedo. Yeah, so this is Tiny. I can't remember who was asking me earlier about who the youngest kitty was. But Tiny is one of the youngest at 3 years old. I think she's probably almost 4 years old. But her and Tang, though, are brother and sister. And they're both 3, almost 4. Tiny, though, I'm going to kind of scan around her body. And she's going to get upset because she doesn't like to be on camera. Now she's giving me her back because she's got some chunk to her. Sierra, is you? Okay. Why do all the black cats look so creepy? I don't know, Princess. I don't know. It's a good question. Now, this one is definitely probably not going to want this on her. Nope, she's almost like a little snake on her or something. Bruce, I think eventually when we can afford it, have a little extra finances coming in, we will probably get one of those cat wheels for exercise, and then I think to make some potentially interesting videos also. But I think for sure we'll probably do something like that. Tine. You got a worm on your head, Tiny. What are you going to do about it? Eventually, I would love to have kittens on these live streams, and eventually, when we do start fostering again, we will have kittens on these live streams. Because I can just imagine how fun having little kittens running around on these live streams will be. The little ball of energies that they are, and their goofy little nature. Sierra, this live is going to be ending in 25 minutes approximately. So it's 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, but in 25 minutes or so. Hello there, Peely. How you doing? How you doing? Sierra, you gonna go? All right, take care. Have a good one. The princess, are you a cat breeder, or you just have these cats for fun and company? Definitely not a cat breeder. I'm not the biggest fan of cat breeders. To me, there's a lot of bad cat breeders out there, my opinion. And then, as far as having these cats for fun and company, well, they're also companions, and it's also giving them a good home also. So there's a few things as far as that goes. Elizabeth, could have a Super Bowl. Yeah, I could. I mean, I got a baseball team right now. All right, let's get over to Zelda. Now, I'm not really going to I'm going to put this on Zelda just for a moment, just so Zelda can have a little fun with it. Give me Zelda's little party hat. But Zelda's definitely not amused. She'll give a little chinny rub though for Zeus here. Bye, Pupper Cat. Take care. Have a good rest of your night. Thanks for stopping in. Hope you had a little fun. But Zelda hasn't been feeling well recently, so she can use a little bit of happiness here. Yes, Tranquil. We are definitely relieved and glad that Zelda seems to be on the right track. We do have a couple other things that we started per the vets, what they think in direction. One is we're starting her to be on some Metamucil. Two, we're also giving her something called Hydrocare, which kind of helps with hydrotherapy, water basically. Rima, for how many years? Rima, we got Zelda when she was 6 months old, and now she's almost 20, so about 19 and a half years or so. Very long time. Bruce, you're glad that Zelda is doing better, and you hope that she keeps it up. Me too, me too. Trinkle, you definitely been concerned, worried about Zelda. Definitely. Let me go underneath the bed. I think this is where Yoda is. Like I said, Yoda was a bit of a turd. That is one of his nicknames sometimes. He acts like a turd. So he was being kind of turdish earlier in the day with Tiny here. He was going after Tiny. Tiny was not appreciative of it. So we had to put Yoda in a timeout to calm him down. Let's see what he's doing under the bed. Yoda. Yoda. Hi, Yoda. Yes, Yoda seems more calm now. Like I said, he was kind of going after, almost attacking Tiny for whatever reason earlier, a few hours ago. But we timed him out into a room for a little bit, calmed him down, and now he seems better. John Yoda's a type A personality for sure. He's an alpha male. Tranquil, sometimes your kitty Haven has to get on a timeout too. Yeah.
Elizabeth, Elizabeth, are you talking about like human baseball? Like human baseball? Is that what you're meaning by that question? Let me know. All right, Yoda. I'm gonna turn the light off. We're gonna hang out with these kitties for a few minutes more, and then we'll go check on Rosemary. Hey, Zeus. Hi, Icon. How you doing, Icon? People baseball. You know, Elizabeth, I used to be a pretty big fan. I'd like follow all the sports teams. And being born and raised in Arizona, I would follow the local teams. So for me, like baseball would have been the Diamondbacks, the Arizona Diamondbacks. But I don't follow. I don't really follow the sports anymore. To me, sports just became athletes like to me it became like millionaire athletes complaining about like billionaire owners. So, it's just one of those things. It's not appealing to me anymore, as far as sports go. And I think they get paid too much. I think they complain about everything. And I think as a society, I don't know, sometimes that we have our priorities kind of screwed up on where, kind of how individuals get paid in certain things. I know that wasn't really what you're asking, Elizabeth, but just though, so the team would have been the Diamondbacks at one point in time. Peely, awesome. Glad to hear that you're almost at those 50 subs. Keep on doing what you're doing. Just remember to have fun, especially if anybody's starting out on this platform, they wanted to do stuff, just have fun with it. Don't take it too serious. Um, things happen, life comes, life goes. Just be careful. I'm try to get a little bit of rub in here. Elizabeth, you understand completely? Yeah. You know, I think, I was talking to my wife about this, and, I know most of you just come for the cats. Hopefully, some of you, also listen to what I say or kind of have, kind of grown, and also an appreciation for the person behind the camera, too. Because I know it's the cats, but also, though, I feel like you have to somewhat kind of like be interested in or kind of listen to the person behind the camera. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I think that I might eventually like have like a third YouTube channel that's just about me like giving opinions on life, because I think there's a lot of interesting stuff out there. And I already have an awesome name for it, I think, which is like uncommon sense. I think the older folks, you'll probably understand what I mean by that, right? Common sense used to be a pretty common thing in society, but now common sense is just, it seems very uncommon. It's like, what is common sense anymore? It's just me, though. That's my opinion on that. So it's something I might do eventually, work up a third channel, while juggling these other two channels potentially. Let's see, what are people saying? Peely, face reveal. I've already done face stuff, Peely. So if you want to look back in the channel, some of my live streams, look back to something called the Sunday Cat Showcase, and you can see my mug there. Just be warned though, it is my mug, so you might get scared. But just a little, heads up on that. I could also say, Peely, I could recommend you to my second channel, but Peely, I think you're younger. So if you're younger, I'm not really recommending or sharing my second cat channel to those under like a certain age, because the material in that, I just don't feel like I would be a responsible person to tell a younger folk about that channel. It's not for them. I don't feel. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. I mean, if somebody finds it, they find it. That's one thing. But, I'm not gonna like, broadcast it out on this channel. All right, we're gonna leave this room here as I give Maximus a little bit of a chinny chin rub, and we're gonna go check on Rosemary. Say bye, Maxie. He says bye, humans. Look at my little white spot under my chin. Isn't it so cute? All right, Maximus, you be good, baby. 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 Elizabeth, you're right there with me. Not much common sense or morals these days. You're at almost 60. You're mostly enjoyed being at home with your kitty cats. Yeah. All right, we're going to leave baby like that. The perturbed calico look, a classic as always. I know. Okay, baby. You be good. All right, let's go check on Rosie. Oh, here's a rare sight for everybody. Doesn't Rosemary just look like a weird cat? I mean, just look at her. She walks up these words so funny. I know, Rosemary, your light's off in your room. Those who may not have seen Rosemary's room, this is Rosemary's room. I think most of you have seen her room, but as you can see, she's got a lot in her room. I mean, she's got 3 chairs, she's got a desk, she's got a daybed, she's got 2 litter boxes. She would have an open closet, but she's got a what was that, Rosemary? What was that? She would have an open closet, but unfortunately, she does some nasty things on the floor sometimes, so we have to close it on occasion. Hi, honey. To me, on occasion, she always looks like a bit of an overgrown squirrel. What you doing up here, honey? You're not outside? Elizabeth, yes, on occasion, she definitely does think that her closet or sometimes underneath this bed is a bigger litter box, because she has on occasion gone to the bathroom. Oh, and I don't know if she's trying to go to the bathroom now. I don't think she is. She better not be trying to go to the bathroom on this blinky. Hi, honey, what's going on? You ready to go poop? Put her in the litter box? Well, we'll see. I know, come here. She does not like to be held, usually by anybody, even me. She struggles a bit. You gotta do something in there? Nope. Thankfully, she's acting for the most part like her normal self, but that's the thing with having so many kitties, especially older kitties, is, I mean, they can have senior moments. Their health can just decline so rapidly, so you just got to keep such a good eye on them. And that's for those who are maybe new to kitties or don't have maybe, the same amount of experience as some do. Always keep an eye on your cats. Always closely monitor their behavior. Always make sure if something seems off or they're not acting themselves to get the proper attention. Because usually cats, they can't tell you what's wrong, but they do give clues though. Their body language, their behavior, if you're listening to them closely enough, you can, usually tell something is wrong. Rima, approximately 16 or 17. 16, 17, 17, 18, somewhere in that range. We don't know exactly how old she is, but we know she's like around that age. Are you good, honey? Hi. Come here, baby girl. Now, see, that's the thing about doing live stream with cats. Tranquil, you know this. John, you know this. Sydney Cat, you know this. Is you just never know, like, what they're gonna do. You never know what's gonna happen. Peely, I don't give out moderators all that often, so you'd have to be hanging with me for a long time and contributing in the chat positively for a while. So I just don't give out that blue wrench all that often. It's something you got to earn usually. John, what was the youngest cat that came down? Zelda. Zelda's the only cat that we've had that's had diabetes, and she had diabetes. She was diagnosed with diabetes when she was about 9. Thankfully, we haven't had any other kitties beyond Zelda having diabetes, but you never know what the future might hold. You never know when you have another kitty that has thyroid issues or that have kidney issues or that have hyperthyroidism. So Peely or Gojo, you've only been around for maybe like 10 days or so that's just not enough time. I'm talking about like at least a month or 2 kind of thing. And I don't mean seeing you like every single day. I just mean, seeing you, often enough kind of thing. I know some live streams, some YouTube folks, they give out their blue wrenches like Tic Tacs. That's just not me. I don't really see the point of it. It's like, one, if you want to like know about the other channels, all you have to do is just like screenshot or, write them down. And 2, I mean, the power of the blue wrench, eh. John, okay, Louis has been drinking more water than usual, and he's 8 and just so huge. John, when was the last time Louis had blood work done? Has it been a little while, or was it more recent? If you know, and if you're comfortable in saying, I'm sure you are. Just asking, like, when's the last time he had blood work done? There are some other things, John, that can be like some symptoms potentially. It's been a couple years. Yeah, John, I would highly recommend, and again, this is just my opinion, my advice to you is no matter what, like the kitty situation is, I would try to do blood work on a yearly basis for all of them, at least once a year. Just so you know, because things can happen quickly, things can pop up quickly. So I would always recommend after the age of about maybe 3 or so to do blood work on all the kitties every year. I know it's expensive, obviously. I completely get that, but that's just my advice is I would do it. I would do it yearly. And as they get older, maybe every 6 months or so, or if they have some kind of a disease, like say our Zelda, she goes and gets blood work done every 6 months. So, but some of the other things you can look out for, John, as far as diabetes, besides drinking more and peeing more, is see if Louis, like when you go and maybe you like brush his coat or like rub your hand through his coat, does he have a lot of dandruff? That could be a telltale sign. Um, Another thing, John, you could look for too is if he's willing to let you kind of touch his paws and his claws. Cats that get diabetes, they have like thicker claws. You'll just kind of notice their claws are a little bit thicker. Um, those are the things that I can think just off the top of my head. John, you're an awesome cat dad, so don't say that. I would just like I said, I would definitely do some blood work on him just to see. Believe me, I know how expensive kitty cats can be. I mean, and I don't say this stuff too often, but I do like to be honest. The cost of having quite a few kitties, like medically, is very expensive. Recently, with what Tang and Zelda have been going through, with Tang's eye and Zelda's pooping and all that stuff, we probably, between the two of them, over the last 10 days, we probably spent close to $2,000 between the two of them. I mean, that's just being honest. And that's what, those who maybe are new to cats or thinking of getting a kitty, I mean, just think twice and make sure that you can financially afford to have a cat. Because it's awesome if people want to get cats, but if you can't afford them, then it's better not to get one at all. Get a fish or get get something you can afford if it comes to that kind of situation. Hopefully that doesn't sound too harsh to anybody, but that's just the reality. I tend not to sugarcoat things, and I think that turns some people off, and if it does, hey, that's okay. Such is life. But I like to be honest and give people the reality of the situation when it comes to certain things, especially when it comes to these cats, because as I hope most of you know, cats are my passion. I always like to educate as much as I can on here, educate, advocate, inspire, and motivate. Those are kind of the tenets of this channel as much as I can. John, it's driving you nuts. Your new phone has to learn your text words again. Auto-populate kind of thing. Hi, honey. Yeah, I'll have to get a new phone sometime. I know this phone, excuse me, sorry about that. The video quality is not necessarily the best. I think the audio is pretty good overall, I think you can hear my ramblings clear. But I know sometimes the video is not as good as it could be. However, unless anybody has any other questions that they would love to ask or any other things they would like to put in the chat, I'll give a few seconds here to see if anybody has any of that before we start to, put up in this live. John, it's putting up words like Venezuela, like when you never typed a V. Huh, interesting. Maybe the phone is from Venezuela, John, or maybe that's where it was made, down in Venezuela. Tranquil, Tranquil. I think it's just because of you probably don't have the greatest Wi-Fi service. I think that's the issue. But also though, I think you have a pretty good dedicated group. And to be honest with you, Tranquil, your lives get more views than my lives do most of the time. So it's all good. But I'm good with my dedicated group though that I got here. So it's good. Anyways, let me start saying my goodbyes to everybody. I hope you all had a good time and a laugh, maybe a smile, maybe you learned something, uh, that kind of thing. So, John, Tranquil, Bruce, Rima, Peely, if you're still hanging with us, Sydney Cats, Icon, um, Jesse, Elizabeth. I'm just kind of scrolling back in the chat. I think that's all the ones that I can remember. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. I hope that you have, obviously, adopt a kitty if you can, and older ones. Always speak up for those who cannot. Remember that you are your cat's advocate. You are the most important thing in their life, and you make their life either awesome or horrible. So just always remember that. But until next time, tomorrow, y'all have a good one. Take care. God bless. And we'll see y'all on the next one. Bye-bye. Bye, Rosie.